Afternoon, everyone. We're here at the bunker today, the State Emergency Operations Center, just to provide an update. As you know, this storm has been a doozy. As predicted, we said it was going to be serious and severe. It has been serious and severe. Joining me today are MEMA Director Don Brantley and members of the fantastic MEMA team who've been coordinating our statewide response. I'm also joined by Lieutenant Colonel Daniel Tucker of the Massachusetts State Police and Lieutenant Colonel Barron of the Massachusetts National Guard. The bottom line is this nor'easter has been, as expected, a really, really powerful storm. And at this point, everybody's out, everybody's working incredibly hard to clear the roads. But the snow is still coming down pretty hard, and it will be for a while. The wind is still blowing, which gets in the way of a whole lot of things. And for everyone's own safety, we beg and ask everybody to stay off of the roads so that the crews can get out there and do what they need to do. People have done a very good job so far of staying off the roads, and we just ask them to continue to stay off the roads for the next really several hours, well into the night, if not into tomorrow morning. We'll let you know when you can be back on the roads. According to meteorologists, we haven't seen a snowstorm quite like this, as intense in at least 4 years, and some are comparing it to the blizzard of '78. That's because of the quality of the snow, the amount of the snow, and also just the wind gusts, which are so significant. Snowfall rates have remained high across the state. Totals in many places in the state have already exceeded 2 feet, certainly in eastern Massachusetts. And it's going to continue to keep falling, we expect, until later this evening. Wind gusts reached hurricane force levels. We saw 79, 80 miles per hour in places on the Outer Cape, up to 60 miles per hour across eastern Massachusetts. Visibility, as a result, has been close to zero. So a few things to know as we move forward. The state of emergency remains in effect for those traveling on the Pike. And again, it's only those who need to travel, first responders, those providing medical assistance, and really only those who need to be on the road. The speed limit for the Mass Pike is 40 miles an hour. This is new information. Based on what's happening, I've instituted a travel ban for Plymouth, Bristol, and Barnstable counties. So that's the South Coast and Cape Cod. We needed to do this because this is a particularly hard-hit area. We need to have the ability for all essential vehicle travel to be able to go through, and anybody who doesn't need to be on the road should not be on the road. So basically, travel ban in place. You can't be on the road on the Cape or on the South Coast. That's Bristol, Plymouth, and Barnstable counties, okay? The only people in those places who can drive right now are people like first responders, public emergency personnel, utility crews, and the private contractors who are supporting those efforts, food and fuel delivery, and medical staff. Now, that's not just doctors and nurses, it's also those that are providing support services as well. So if you don't fall into one of those categories, don't be on the road in Bristol, Plymouth, and Barnstable counties. We also have reports of abandoned trucks and cars, stuck vehicles on roads around Massachusetts. Again, this is a reason we just don't want you out there, because it creates burden on our first responders. And as I say, we'll let you know when you can get back out on the roads. There are also areas that have been particularly hard hit. I mentioned the South Coast, the Cape. We are surging and directing extra resources towards those areas. So far, fortunately, we've seen fewer crashes than usual. That's a good thing, and I think people are paying attention and not getting on the roads, but really that needs to continue. I want to talk about power outages. Unfortunately, we have had some, of course. Right now, Eversource and National Grid are reporting a combined total of about 290,000 power outages around the state. Again, it's mostly Nantucket, the Vineyard, the Cape, along the South Coast, and some parts of the North Shore. We've been very proactive and in constant communication with the utility companies about these outages. I can tell you, I just got off the phone with them now again. They've got extra crew stage. They've got more crews coming in, but this takes time. And when it comes to power restoration, the issue really isn't going to be crews. We've got the crews, they've got the crews there, and more crews are coming. The issue is going to be access. So when does the wind die down enough so that it's safe for people to get out in bucket trucks? That's one thing that needs to happen. And then the other thing is that the roads need to be clear so that these utility companies and crews can get into these areas. So the restoration of power has been slowed by the weather. In terms of additional information that I wanted to share with you, we expect tomorrow to have the T and the commuter rail remain on that reduced schedule service. We've also suspended the ride for the time being. Anybody who needs services, we're reaching out to, but we've got to do everything we can to limit the number of people on the roads right now. As I mentioned yesterday, we were deploying the National Guard. We've got 200 National Guards people out there right now assisting, and we continue to be there to respond specifically to particular regions that are needing help at this time. So bottom line, stay off the roads. We're going to have to be patient. This is going to continue, it looks like, for a little while longer. Power restoration, I know crews are going to get after it aggressively as soon as the wind dies down and it's safe to get out there and the roads are cleared for them. But be sure to check in on your neighbors, and also, if you are somebody who needs to get to a warming shelter, you've lost power, or you're cold, call 211. Resources are available. We'll make sure that you can get, and we'll get you to a place where you and your family can be warm and safe in the interim. But appreciate everybody's efforts out there.